starting off the week, we've got a bank holiday in the States and Canada today, or I guess, yesterday for everyone watching the recording. But then also moving into, we've got the Aussie commodity prices, which should be pretty impactful for the Australian dollar and the Aussie market. Steve, what do you think about it?
Yeah, so we've got the bank holiday. We've mentioned quite a few times. Bank holidays means basically less liquidity. From Canadian perspective, it's really going to probably impact the loonie, if anything. But very important with the US public holidays, there's a tendency, what we see in the Asian markets, that gold, for example, goes up within the Asian sessions, so Tokyo or Sydney. And then within the US, sometimes, seeing what the US is like, they like to obviously buy the US dollar, which could impact gold. So it is interesting to see with that. While the next couple of weeks, we're actually going to have a lot of important data. So looking at this week, for example, we're looking at the US inflation. It's going to be really key to see how it ties in with Jerome Powell's, so Fed Chair's speech at the Jackson, Wyoming, as well as the unemployment. So basically the dual mandate being the inflation and the unemployment, where it's basically said that the inflation is increasing as well as unemployment, which is decreasing. So it's going to be really, the eyes is really going to be on especially the ADP non-farm payrolls. So we saw that sort of 71K revision around there last time, and that sort of forecast. So that's going to really bring a lot of volatility and impact basically the expected September interest rate cut on the 18th of September. And just to give you some historical trends, so for example, September's been historically one of the sort of worst performing market months when it comes to the market. So in 2008, the GFC on the 15th of September is when it first started with the GFC. In the 20th of September 2018, we saw the crypto crash. So a lot of people obviously benefited with the crypto. We've also seen other crashes in October. So, hopefully history doesn't play its part again.